Water Buffalo TM is back with another Buff
Three,
Talk.
2, 1.
No, bro, I need to talk to you, or need to talk to Chris about getting up, because I used to be so good about waking up, bro, before 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's been the past 7 months. I can't get up before 7:30.
Yeah, bro, there is some, I mean, there for sure some seasons in life that it's just it doesn't happen. Bro, there is some, yeah.
I used to go to the gym at I don't know, fucking 4:30 when I was in college with this one kid. And then after that, bro, I started to go later and later. And then recently, for some reason, bro, I don't know what it is, I just can't get up before 7:30.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I mean, I have done both, just waking up very early in the morning, going to the gym, and it just have worked perfectly for me. But after doing it a while, I don't know, your body just take factor from you, you know?
Yeah.
You need to change all the
bro,
perspective.
I don't know. I loved waking up so early. I don't know what it. I don't know. And I'm that's something I can't answer. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm drinking too much caffeine or something, but I don't know. I just can't get up before 7:30. I usually wake up 7:45, but I can't get up before, unless when we did the runs. That's why I was really wanted to do those runs, because I could get up. You know what I mean? I feel like there's something with meeting someone somewhere that kind of makes you wake up. But just waking up by myself at that time, bro, it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just the accountability factor that you have, somebody waiting for you over there. You better show up.
Bro, that's literally why I wanted to run those Saturdays so much, because I was like, fuck, I'm finally getting up at 5.
Those were really good runs, bro, and I feel I know there were some times that we run on the evening, bro. I felt so much better running in the morning, better condition and stuff. I could do more quicker the run.
For sure. And it just felt better, bro. And I want to do that. And maybe it's the accountability factor. But yeah. And it's like you said, when you were working there for work, you had to be there. So you have to get up. But I feel that I'm missing that in my life now, because my job doesn't matter when I go in. As long as I get my work done, it doesn't matter. So I'm yeah, I can get up at 7:45, get into breakfast till 8, 8:15, and then head out the door 8:30 and get there at 9. It doesn't matter, but I want to get up earlier again. It's just, for some reason, bro, I haven't been able to.
Yeah, bro. I mean, something that I have found myself, I mean, you already know that waking up early, it's a good thing for you. You feel good during the day and stuff. It's something that you want to do more often. So you need to look for a way to cheat yourself. Maybe cheat yourself in a way that you will actually do it. We were talking about the accountability factor.
Yeah,
that's a way to do it. Okay, I have somebody waiting for me. Maybe another way to force yourself, kind of cheat your all your procedure doing it. Maybe, I don't know, putting your phone and your alarm far away from you.
Yeah, have you tried that before?
I have tried before. It works sometimes. Sometimes it's just bro, I can go and walk to the phone and just go back to bed. But those kind of little things that you can do to cheat yourself to make it work, it's worth it. It's worth it to kind of rearrange your things, your room, or things like that to make it work. Because if it's something good for you. If you already know that it's not something that works for you, fuck it.
I know at the end of the day, it's really just my mindset, and if I really want to get up, bro, I can get up. But I don't know, the past 5 or 6 months, and what's different too is, it's funny you said that about the accountability thing too, because my girlfriend used to work at 9, so she used to work out before then, but now she works at 8. So she doesn't want to go too early. So she doesn't work out in the morning anymore. Okay. So I don't work out because she doesn't work out. Bro, it's but it's stupid, because I don't need someone else to wake me up. I should be able to get up on my own. But bro, I don't know. I can't. I do the Alexa alarm and I say, Alexa, stop the alarm, and I sleep. I sleep, bro. I don't like it though, because I know in the back of my mind, I know I'm wasting some precious time in the morning, because as much as nighttime is free too, I don't know. Something's different about the morning time for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's finding yourself what works better for you. If you're a type of morning person, if you're late evening person, I know that really successful people, some of the things that I've always heard, they always have a moment for themselves. It's either people going to bed very late at night, 4 in the morning, or waking up very early in the morning. So I feel there is nothing wrong with both, but just kind of having that good amount of hours for following yourself, either early in the morning.
Are you morning or night person?
Bro, I feel like through times it always switch. Always switch just because I don't know. You were saying like you feeling like in the morning is not working for you right now. So it's been kind of the same for me. There is sometimes I feel like the morning is better for sure, but there is sometimes that I have to switch. Just like my energy levels has not the same, but I get to switch and I feel like I know myself now a lot. That I know when it's a good moment to change. So I for sure look for those hours that I need. Either very late at night or early in the morning, but it changed time to time.
When you moved here, it was just whenever the schedule was, morning or night?
I try to rearrange it according to my schedule. Yeah. Right now I'm trying to force to work out very early in the morning. Something that I haven't done it yet, but I'm trying to rearrange my schedule to work out very early in the morning. Like trying to get to the gym like 5 and finish by around 7 and start working.
Fuck, bro. I want to get up. Like, I want to do it. Honestly, bro, we'll just continue because we're having a good conversation. So I don't have to start like the whole thing. But like, yeah, what other tips would you have for me, bro? Because this is like honest bro to bro. Like, what other tips do you have to getting up? Like, what helps you other than what we talked about?
Well, I mentioned that putting the phone far away and the alarm far away so you can actually kind of like get out of bed and just to turn off the alarm because it's fucking annoying just to hear it, or going directly to the bathroom and take a shower. That have worked for me as well.
What about the cold
shower?
The mindset, the mind? Because like, bro, like I don't think it's sleep because there's been times in my life, bro, where I've slept 5 hours for like 4 or 5 months straight,
and you don't even feel
I'm fine. I'm good. And like that's the thing. I would rather get up early, work out, go to work, go to lunch, come back, take a nap, and then continue my day. Because I feel like sometimes when I get up at 7:45, sometimes it's 7:45, sometimes it's 8, and then sometimes like it could be I'm out of the door at like 9, and like by then it's like if I would have worked out at 6, I would be done with my workout. It would be 8 o'clock, and I'd still have the same time, and then I wouldn't have to come back later at night and work out. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the mindset is important, but there is sometimes that you don't have the mindset either. You kind of like know that you want to start, but you don't have the right mindset to do it. So,
and this is sorry to cut you off, bro. This is an honest conversation. Like I asked Chris the same thing, and Chris is like, I just don't have a choice, bro. I have to get up because I have to go to work.
Well, because it works, and it kind of sucks that you have to go for work because you feel forced to do it. But if you're doing it by yourself, there is a moment that after doing it for 2 weeks, it's gonna come easy for you. So I feel like it's a combination between the mindset and your willingness to do it. Like you're really seeing a benefit of doing it. So it's finding the combination between both. You really have to see the benefit for yourself of doing what you want to do. It's either working out or anything that you want to do in life. You need to see a benefit behind it. So if it's waking up early in the morning, like what I'm gonna get from this? Time management, having like more time to, at the end of the day, don't coming back from that. So being like mindful of what you're getting from that. There is also a quote that I read. I don't know the quote like 100%, but it was something like, what you complain about if you waking up to do what humans do, like go to work, go and do life. Like what's the reason to stay in bed? You see, if you waking up to do the things that you're meant to do. So I think that the quote was very powerful when I read it. I guess like it actually changed my mindset a little. Just like you're meant to wake up. Like you're not meant to just spend the whole day and sleep and waste time. Yeah,
that's another thing. And I feel like when I wake up earlier, I have less distractions. Like I have less like social media notifications. I have less people asking me to do stuff. I have less like, in the house when I get up at 7:30, everyone's already almost up by that time, and then 8 o'clock, and there's a lot of commotion. But when I get up really early, no one's awake, and like I can't go on Instagram to check, who's posting stuff.
Nobody's posting.
Exactly. And that's the thing, bro. And like, this is me being 100% real and honest. For anyone listening and watching this, is like, that's just something that, and it's something that I've been struggling with because I don't understand how before I was so willing to get up. I was like hungrier before to wake up.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm not as hungry. Not that I'm not as hungry in terms of things I'm doing. I'm trying to be. But I just feel like I don't have the mindset to wake up yet. And I'm trying to, I know there's no easy solution. There's not like an easy answer like, oh bro, just do this and you'll wake up. Cause I've tried I haven't tried putting the phone away from the bed yet. So I'm gonna try that. But there's an app I tried to download. It's like have you heard of this? You do math problems when you wake up and the alarm doesn't turn off.
I haven't ever heard that.
It's like I forgot what it's called.
Oh, okay, for the alarm. Okay, that sounds actually interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Fuck, doing math
until I
in the morning.
Until I was really good at doing math, because their math is not that
So
hard.
you have tried the app
Yeah,
before.
bro, it doesn't
my
work.
God.
There's one where you have to take a picture of like your bathroom.
Okay.
It's the same map. It's like and there's other like history questions and stuff.
Okay.
But I did I was like the math was easy, so I just did it right away, and it would turn off. But I don't know. That's why sometimes I get a little not jealous, but I'm like for people that were in the army, the military, because they have like forced to get in that habit, and they have someone screaming at them and like whistling and shit like that. But see, the problem is that like my dad works nights, and the rest of my family in the house is like their schedule is pretty. My mom is the same thing. She goes to work because we both work in like the financial sector where nothing really starts up till 9:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. So we don't have to get up early to go to work, and she works from home and I work right here. But like no one's really forced to have that early morning here. So I'm the only one, and that's an excuse, but I'm trying to find a good way to structure it because I think it's important to wake up early, bro. I really do.
No, it's very important, bro. I feel like if we can resume it to 3 things, it's just your mindset. Mm-hmm. You feel like you were saying like before you were feeling like hungry to things, so you tend to wake up a little early, probably get your workout done. Your behavior around the things that you're doing, where you're setting up the alarm, the times that you're setting up the alarm and stuff.
So
those little kind of behaviors.
For you to wake up early, you have to set your alarm somewhere else. Yeah. If I don't have the right mindset, it's just kind of like what I do to force myself to wake up earlier. I'm gonna make a mental note to try to I'm gonna put my phone on the
maybe
other
on the
side.
restroom or something like that you can still hear it, but it's far away from you. And the third thing is just seeing what you're getting from changing that behavior of waking up early. Like what is the reward?
Yeah.
What is the real reason behind
those
it?
are 3 pretty good things. You talked about that quote, that humans are meant to wake up. What time do you think is like the time that, because there's a lot of people that say like, and this kind of like resonated with me, and this is what kind of motivated me to wake up early before, is like when the sun comes up, that's like was the original alarm clock for human beings. And the sun comes up typically around like 6:30.
Yeah.
I
feel like it needs to be before the sun.
Yeah.
As long as you're beating the sun, bro, it's good. It's good. But I mean, it changed from people to people, like depending on your schedule.
Yeah, of course, some people that are watching this or listening to this, like that are bartenders and stuff like that, or like servers.
That would be crazy, man. Like you don't need to wake up that early,
But what are some times in your life where you were waking up late?
Waking up late. So because of work, I'm not doing it so much. But like, if I don't really have to work in the morning, bro, I like to sleep, bro. I could oversleep, bro, and I could sleep until like 11 in the morning.
That's the thing. It's like, do you cheat on your diet every day, or do you cheat like once or twice a week? You only cheat a couple times a week. Same thing with sleep. Like I don't mind sleeping in 1 or 2 days, but I just find myself, it started off where I was like sleeping at like 10:30 and getting up at like 6:30, working out at 7, and then like it slowly pushed back to now like I'm getting up like closer to 8 o'clock, bro. And I'm like, I'm not like scared, but I'm just like, fuck, I wanna make myself aware of it, because the later it pushes, and next thing it's gonna be is like I'm getting up at 9:30, 10.
Yeah, you feel like you're running behind from people, behind from your own life. You say that your family wake up like earlier than you, so that you kind of like make you catch up on those hours. So you feel like rush. So it's not a good feeling to have. But yeah, it's kind of like rearranging based on your schedule. You'll try to give you like some good amount of hours that you can work on yourself. For some people, it will be reading. For some people, it will be working out. But kind of like having that time of focusing on yourself and kind of like starting that process of getting ready for the day. It's good to have.
100%. Yeah, like you said, studying, going to the gym, anything like that. Are you more of a morning or night person? Do you have a preference? Like, I know we were talking, and I think it's really important to wake up early or wake up.
And I feel better in the morning. I feel better in the morning. I'm not saying it's not a struggle. It's for sure a struggle for me. But when I get into routine, when I get to do it often, I feel so much better. I feel like my productivity increase, my energy during the day increase. I don't feel as rushed to things, like running late to work, running late to things. So morning for sure works better for me. If I have to change it, bro, I go to bed like super late at night. My energy level decrease. So I will always try to aim for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind change because I have changed before, but just like morning always gonna work better for me.
Yeah. You feel more comfortable in the morning.
I feel more comfortable in the morning, 100%. Another trick, bro. Have you tried journaling?
But like writing stuff in the morning?
The day before going to sleep. And
something similar, but not.
And when
exactly.
you're trying to do, it's kind of like plan the day.
Yeah.
What your next day, what you wanted to look for, you wanted to look like, and you're gonna write since the moment that you wake up, what you're gonna do after, like hour by hour. You don't have to go hour by hour, but like activity by activity. What you want to do during the day, and or in the order that you wanted to do things. So, but you already having like planned what you want to do
religiously.
I haven't done it religiously. I started this year. I was probably good until like mid-February, and life happens. Get busy with school and stuff. I got to fall, but I have to go back because that's something that really works well for me. Having everything prepared. It actually gives me something to look forward to, like, oh, let me get these things done, or, it's kind of like a preset schedule. Like, I know how my day is going to go, so I prepare for everything.
I have like a list on my notes, a daily list of things that I want to accomplish, but I haven't done before the night before. It's interesting. I'll try it out. I was thinking about putting like a notebook by my nightstand.
I have it actually. I have it like a notebook like next to my bed. Also like a little book with quotes. So kind of like teaching quotes on how you should perceive in the day and things like that. Things to learn through the day. So you kind of like depending how your day goes, you relate it to that little quote, and
Yeah, 100%. That's the thing. Like when I get up, sometimes it's like by the time I have breakfast and stuff, it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30 by the time I get to work, or get started on doing things. I feel like that's when everyone else, like not everyone else, but like everyone else starts getting active online. So it's kind of distracting, Yeah, and people start messaging and stuff. But like between the hours of 5 and 8 or 8:30, it's like complete, almost silence,
Yeah.
And I don't like having to work out later at night because I feel like I'm drained of energy. I'm tired.
Yeah, man, that doesn't work for me. Like if I can get the workout early, like before noon, anytime before noon, it's good. But like if I leave it to the afternoon or in the evening, bro, I don't get to do it.
Yeah,
like I feel so drained. Like you just like fuck it, man. I just rather go.
There's times where like I work out later at night and I feel like a beast, like running and stuff like that. But I don't know. I always feel like super weird working out at night. I never really liked it. But sometimes I just like either because my life is just too crazy, or recently it's just because I haven't been able to get up. I just push it off to the end of the day because I don't like working out like. I mean, if it's the weekend, I'm fine with it, but I also don't like working out at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock during the day because I feel like I just miss a big portion of the middle of the day. Okay. So for me, I don't really like working out past like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I actually like those hours, but just because of my work schedule. I work as a personal trainer, so I either have clients very early in the morning or very late in the evening. So I have kind of like that middle day, like in between that I don't do pretty much anything, just like going to lunch and stuff like that. So I get to have that big block that I like to spend it as a workout just because kind of like the middle of the day, my energy level, it's kind of like steady. I haven't wake up like have so much hours of work or like it's very late in the evening. So it's a good hour to work out.
I think that would be my preferred hour to work out. Like if I didn't do anything all day long, but like just with the schedule of my work, it's more like I kind of have to do stuff from 9 to like 5 o'clock. Not always that way, but it's just typically when people are more, because you, like you said, you have clients. I'm more like just doing desk work type of stuff, so I have to like kind of be attentive during those hours.
Yeah,
but no, I
those
mean,
are your more productive hours.
I agree though, bro. Like that would be ideal. Like I would love to work out at 11, but sometimes with work I just can't. On the weekends it's fine. But yeah, working out at night, like working out the flip side, working out like 10 o'clock, like I'm about to do today. I fucking hate doing that, bro. I don't like doing it at all. I feel tired as fuck. Yeah, I can't take pre-workout because I'm about to go to sleep. And by the time I'm finished, like it's like usually 11:30 or 12, and then I have to eat, and then I go to bed by 1. Like recently, bro, like, and you know, it's funny. When you were a kid, you would always want to go to sleep late. Now I get pissed off when I go to sleep late. You know what I mean?
I'm the same, man.
Bro, I get mad. I get like,
and worse if I go to bed late and I have to wake up early in the morning to the next day.
Yeah, bro,
it kind of sucks.
Like I hate like being up for whatever reason, and then like once the clock gets past like 12:30, I start to realize that it's getting really late.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know.
That's my mark too. Like 12:30, just like, oh my god.
Yeah. And there's always
gonna suck.
There's always something that like that it keeps me up like past 12:30. There's always something that keeps me up past later 1:30, and then for some reason I have like this weird like energy again like later at night, so it's hard to fall asleep during that time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that feeling, bro. Like getting into bed, like you could be drained during the day. Like fuck, I want to go just my bed, sleep. You get to the bed and just fucking wire.
You ever take anything before you go to bed to sleep, like melatonin or anything like that?
Man, I don't like it. I have tried melatonin before. It just like,
I think you told me that.
Bro, it actually turns off my body, but my mind's still running, like thinking of the next day, thinking of the things that I have to do. So it's kind of like that weird feeling of being like sleep but not sleep.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Do you have problems taking caffeine later? You take a lot of coffee or no? Or pre-workout? You don't take pre-workout, right?
So no, I was actually drinking a lot of pre-workout before. I used to do it like banks and stuff, but I don't know, bro. I feel like I don't want to say like heart problems, but like my heart being weird during the day. So I try to reduce it. Now I'm doing like more straight coffee, like more natural way.
Yeah.
So I don't like to do more pre-workouts.
You ever take pre-workout at night?
I probably have. It's not like something I remember, but yeah, for sure. Like when I work out in the evening and stuff.
No, I'm just curious because some people find trouble falling asleep. I try not to take any pre-workout before like 8. Like if it's like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I try to don't do it. Not even coffee. Like the latest that I could drink coffee probably like 2 o'clock or something like that.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
That's another thing is that like I did a caffeine fast last year where I didn't do caffeine for like almost 2 months.
How was it?
It was good, bro. It was really good. I'm thinking about doing another one.
Okay.
Just because like I kind of like jumped up my coffee towards the end of last semester in pre-workout, whatever. And it was too much, and now like it was getting a little busier at work, so I started drinking more. So I drink like my Nootropic product.
Okay.
But I also have coffee at my office that's free, like free cold brew coffee. And then I also have pre-workout. So that's way too much all mixed together.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like get off of it again. I might stop taking pre-workout and just take my amino acids and maybe
just probably reduce it to natural stuff like either coffee or green tea, something like that. The Nootropics is really good.
Yeah.
Something that's still healthy by just kind of like reducing, I would say, the more strained stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And that's another thing. Like I try to take so like nootropic. Have you ever taken nootropics before? Have you tried?
I have tried it before.
Have you tried the one?
I have tried yours and I have tried from other brands, but
do you like them?
I like them a lot. Actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. It helps me focus a little bit more sustained. And that's not really my problem. My problem's not really staying focused. Recently my problem is like kind of like is finding a way to get to that like motivated level in the morning time, because there's like, it's been a weird cycle, bro. And that's the thing I wanted to kind of talk about too, is like sometimes I feel like I don't know all the answers to everything, you know, like I'm still a young guy, you're still a young guy. So like that's what the whole, and that's why getting frustrated about getting up late is because like I feel like just the momentum doesn't build till like later, till like 11 or 12 or 1, and then by that time it's like it's really late. And when I get up early, I feel like the momentum's already there from the start. So I like have a really good day for the rest of the day. But like when I get up later, I've been seeing that my momentum doesn't start till like 11, 12, 1. I don't know why. It's weird. It's a weird thing to think about, you know?
Yeah, I feel like everything reduced to just like knowing yourself, man, and don't put some more pressure into you. Like I know that there is times that you will want things to work some other way, but I mean, you also have to be like mindful, like you are the person that's actually working towards the things that you want. Like you're putting the effort into things. I mean, I'm kind of like getting some step backs and kind of like letting yourself kind of like have a period to rearrange things, even though they're not working as well as you like. But I mean, and like realizing everything you have done, and there is kind of like a couple months that you need to kind of like slow down, make it the things work like normal, steady, and then kind of like boop, getting some energy rolling, and boop, step back towards that hop.
You ever have that time in your life?
Oh yeah, man, 100%. There's some there is times I wouldn't call it like real like bad times, but it wouldn't be better if I didn't put so much pressure on me, because I know that you actually have times that you kind of like put yourself in comparison to, like I have done so well this year, and next year they have to be way better. That's not like that's not real. Like life doesn't work like that way. So that's what I'm saying. Like you need to be mindful. Like, okay, I've been doing well so far. Let me keep it like in a steady move, like here, and not put some more pressure based it on the past or based it on the things that I want to do. Let me just keep it steady work, and then put some more energy towards the future. Like being mindful of the situation that you are and what have you accomplished so far.
For sure.
I feel like that's important.
When you moved here and you started working and stuff like that, what was the first like roadblock you hit?
Man, when I came here, I was hungry. I wanted to eat everything. I was just like so hungry, so I didn't mind. Like I could work so much, like 60 hours a week. Like give me the hours, I'll be there. Just like I wanted to do I wanted to do it all. So I remember this time. It was like almost 2 years. I have the opportunity to like buying a house. Mm-hmm. So that came true. I bought my house and stuff. And that's next year after I bought my house. Things didn't turn out or anything like that, but I have more responsibilities. I was trying to change my career, my job. I was going to school at the same time. I still going to school, but like everything built around like more responsibility, more things to do, and not having that. I didn't have that pounding effect. Like, oh, I'm growing, I'm doing stuff. I'm like feel like I'm like doing good things. I was still doing good things, but it wasn't that growth. Like, oh, it wasn't like, oh, buying a house. I wasn't like, oh, having this money or things like that. So I felt frustrated because I wanted to compare to the process of those 2 first years of like saving money to buying a house, getting into new jobs, learning new things. So I wanted to compare that year after buying a house to the years before that were really good. So it wasn't a real true comparison. Just like I wasn't accomplishing that next year buying another house. You see what I'm saying? So it was a hard comparison for me. Just kind of like compare that success to what the years next I have. So I had to change my mindset up, relax a little bit and, rearrange things.
Yeah, I feel you. I haven't bought a house yet, and I'm trying to in the next year or so. And I could imagine that being like a really big step, and then you want to take the next big step right after. Exactly. But that's already.
But it's a longer, bigger step. Like if you want a second house, or I don't know, like it was so much responsibilities, and me just putting pressure into me. It didn't help. It didn't make it feel good.
100%. No, I mean. There's been times in my life that I've definitely felt the pressure, but I know that like after a big purchase like that, your money's low. Yeah, you have to, and I'm sure when you buy a house for the first time, I already know all the stuff associated with it, but a lot of people don't realize that like when you buy a house, you also have to buy like homeowners insurance and
that's
HOA.
The HOA. Yeah, it's a lot expensive that I bill, bro. Like from before that I was renting a room for $500-$300 a month. Like everything come up to spending like $2,000 a month. Like cover general bills. So exactly. It's kind of like another bag into my arm, more to my back, more responsibility and stuff. So.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be maybe your comparison doesn't be the purchase of a house, something that big. Maybe related something to the gym, breaking another a new PR.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go for more. I want to go for more. There's moments that you cannot go for more. You know, you need to build a little more strength. Like focus a couple months on that same weight, and then okay, it's time to try for new PRs and stuff like that.
For sure. And yeah, I think someone says this one time, like 90% of our problems we create ourselves.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. Like, or we either live too much in the past, like comparing our own self, like to persons that we were in the past, or somehow, or too much in the future. But we never live like, or like in the accomplishments that we have made so far, or like in the present.
Definitely. I think that there's like a specific time in everyone's life that they struggle a little bit more than they ever have. And I think that's like the true testament of someone's character is like how they respond to that situation and how quickly they're able to get out of it. Some people, obviously, their situations, when you look at it, might be easier than others, but I think everyone like goes through something that's really tough at least once, you know.
We all going through something, man. Like, you just need to talk to people to realize, you know, that you don't have it so bad, or you don't have it too good either, you know. But just like, yeah, man, there is always gonna be people that are doing way worse than you, or people that have more like a lot more opportunities than you. But I mean, you have to do the best with the cards, with the hand of cards that you got in life, you know. We all have a reality in life, and we need to accept it and, you know, make the best of it.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing with the gym too. Like some people have really good genetics, some people have really bad genetics, and you got to just do whatever is best for you.
Yeah.
You know, some people will never be able to get into like, you know, looking like a bodybuilder shape or go play for the NBA or whatever. But I mean, everyone has the opportunity to get in shape and then look pretty fucking good. The same thing in life. Everyone has the opportunity to make a decent amount of money and live comfortably too. Not everyone has to be poor. Just like not everyone needs to look like shit when they go to the gym. Everyone can look good. Everyone can have money one day. Doesn't mean you're going to be Bill Gates or anything like that. And not saying you can't be, but you know, like I said, I think accepting your reality is sometimes important too. But also not settling for less. It's a hard thing to like kind of balance, you know?
Yeah. I feel like we also underestimate the effort that other people have done and put all the work that have the when we try to compare with people, we underestimate the effort that they have done. And we wanted to compare like, we kind of like build excuses. No, it's not genetics. It's all the opportunities that they already have. It's the money that he born with or whatever. And we underestimate all the effort that people have done through the years. And yeah, I mean, I just like not putting anything in your excuse, doing the best with you already have.
Yeah, I think like some people, I mean, it's true that like some people do have it better than others, but there's always somebody out there with less than you that does better than anyone else. Yeah. You know, there's always a story about like the one guy who, have you ever seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness?
I love that movie.
You love that movie?
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I rewatched it recently, actually. Movie. There's like people like that, you know, that like really have little to nothing who become successful. And then there's also people that are born into wealth that make more money out of their wealth. So you can't really compare, you know, like you said, and even the people that are born into wealth, there's some of them that work really hard that like a lot of times gets like overshadowed because their parents had money. Yeah. But some of them work really hard. We talked about this. Some of them don't. I mean, obviously there's people, that's why there's a stigma for like rich kids, but there's a lot of people that are very successful, and I know a lot of them. Some of the most successful people I know, the most successful person I know, his son is the hardest working person I've ever met. And that's very rare, but it's true, you know? Some people might look on the outside and be like, it's because his dad's got money. But like, you know, I know the guy's working real hard. So that's just another thing. I was going to ask you, when you first moved here and you started working and stuff like that, and you were, you know, doing odd jobs here and there, what was like the hardest thing that you had to overcome? You knew English?
Man, I didn't know English.
You didn't know any English?
No, man, no. 1, 2, 3, ABC.
Really? How'd you learn?
Man.
How'd you learn?
Man, I needed to pay my bills. Yeah. I always tell people like that. I needed to pay my bills. I just was out there, bro. I started working and just relating to people, defending myself, you know, against situations.
But you really knew nothing?
Nothing, man. Like, yeah.
You didn't learn in school in Venezuela?
She sucked, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. At this moment, I don't know if he sucked or I was not paying attention. I was not like caring so much. I didn't feel like I needed it, but
Fuck, I didn't know you didn't know any English.
no, bro. No.
How did you get a job?
I started from ground zero, bro. Bro, just knocking doors, like actually.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't know English. So what'd you do?
So the first job that I have, I actually found it. I was opening a bank account on Bank of America, and I was talking to the person that opened the bank account, the cashier. Like, oh, if she knew like people that you know how people start, like what kind of places I can work, and she referred me to a supermarket. I went to a supermarket, and one of the owners actually kind of like speaks Spanish, so I started speaking with him, and he referred me. They own a pizzeria. They refer me to the pizzeria, so I kind of like already talking to him in Spanish, and he saw me like a good kid.
How much did you make?
Bro, $9 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, to start, no.
I think what a minimum wage is like. It used to be like $7.
Yeah, I think back then it was $7. And they raised me pretty quick. I think like I only was working there for a year. They put me on 11. That was like the latest that I.
That probably felt real good for you, right?
Yeah, it was good, bro. And I wasn't, bro, I was happy with 9, but they just, bro, I was like a hard worker, and they just like, oh, I'm gonna give you a $1 raise, and then I'm gonna give you another raise.
That was delivering pizzas?
No, making pizzas, bro. I'm a pizza maker.
Really? You make pizzas?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did delivery.
No, man.
You never delivered?
No, just like
we should make a pizza one of these days. We should do a lot of cooking videos.
yeah, let's go, bro. I will do it,
bro. We should make a really big pizza. That'd be fucking hilarious.
So another thing, just like kind of like the referral from that guy on the supermarket to the pizzeria, that kind of like put me a step up. They were not calling me, bro, so I have to go like only one time, like ask him, what happened? You said that you were interested and stuff, and I think that also like going back and really kind of like showing interest. That's why they hired me. I was gonna tell something else. Oh, bro, like when they kind of like interviewed me, I mean, I knew pretty basic English, bro. Like it sounds stupid. Like I bet like I didn't know anything else, but bro, I kind of like I know they told me, oh, you know how to make pizzas. I know how to make pizzas.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but fuck it. Let's get a job.
Were you a chef? You weren't the chef, right? You were just like the pizza maker?
The pizza maker, yeah, like toasting the dough.
Was there like a chef though there, or?
No, like kind of like pizzerias work. There is so usually like 3-4 pizza guys. That one's pretty good, so pretty big. So it was like 4 pizza guys. Some people in the oven.
There was no like actual chef though.
Nah, a manager in the kitchen, but it's not like chef. It's just like pretty basic stuff. So we're not doing like dishes and stuff like you need a chef. It's just like pretty basic, like pizzas and stuff, sandwiches. So it wasn't there like a chef, but there was a guy like helped me a lot. Like it actually teach me. I didn't know how to make pizzas.
Yeah.
I said that I did, but I didn't know.
I mean, how hard is it to make a pizza?
Bro, it's kind of hard.
It is.
Like toast it on there and stuff. Like get it because you need to make it look even and stuff. Yeah. You always start like opening holes and stuff.
That's fucking funny.
It's hard.
You get the pizzas like fucking.
Yeah. You don't get it around.
That's fucking hilarious.
They like make them look a little fun.
They ask you, do you know how to make pizzas?
Yeah. I say yes.
You had no idea.
No.
Bro, that's so funny. When did you leave that job? What'd you do after that? The gym?
After the gym, after the pizzeria, I was tired of the pizzeria. I didn't want to work in kitchen, bro. I know it was like burning myself and stuff. Yeah. And I went to do like maintenance. I was kind of like in a community with a golf cart and stuff. That work was really good because she actually gave me an opportunity. That's a really easy job. So I have I was also increasing my income, and they give me like I was getting paid like $13 an hour, so that was good too. That's one of the reasons why I make the change. But that job gave me the opportunity to have more free time, like being on the golf cart and stuff. Bro, I was listening like podcasts about nutrition, about working out and stuff. So
really?
It gave me kind of like that chance of learning or searching for what I was gonna do next, like what I really wanted to do. So those first 1 to 2 years, it was kind of like exploratory for me, like what I really wanted to do in life. And that job gave me a really good opportunity of like searching, like always looking for information while I was working in the golf cart, picking up garbage and stuff like that. So that was really good.
Yeah, I had My first job, I worked at the mall when I was 16. I sold women's shoes, and that was interesting because I didn't know how to fucking sell women's shoes. I worked at Nordstrom. You know where Nordstrom is?
Yeah, Nordstrom.
Yeah, and one of my buddies used to work there, and he was the assistant manager. So they hired me, and I remember working there, and they were like, try to make me they're like, sell me this shoe, and I was like,
sell me the pen.
have you seen do you have a shoe on? Oh, you do? You don't need your shoes then? No, I remember I gave her some random bullshit, and she asked me like, it was such a big deal. I did like 3 interviews. But my friend told me it was like I was making like $12 an hour. It was like, I had like 3 interviews. Yeah, bro. I had an interview with the manager, I had an interview with the store manager, and I had an interview with both of them. And they hired me on the 3rd one. I think the 3rd one was just more to tell me like, you're hired. But yeah, I did that. And that was fun. I dressed up for the first time. I worked there for like a year. And then I went to college, and then I worked for a catering company doing like serving at catering. I always dressed up, bro. I always dressed up like nice, like in suits. And then I worked at the mall again. I sold women's shoes again at Dillard's. Those are like my 3 shit jobs, but I wasn't shitty jobs. I mean, I think the most I made was probably $13 or $14 an hour. But like, yeah, it teaches you, you know what it teaches you, these jobs? It teaches you what you don't want to do.
Yes.
It teaches you that like you fucking hate doing the.
I think everybody needs to go through that point in life.
Yeah.
Like, actually, bro, after high school, bro, I wouldn't recommend anybody just like going rush anything into college or anything like that. Just go to work. Mm-hmm. Just go to work. Not just because of the money, just because you're gonna find yourself. Yeah. You're gonna find what you don't want to do, and by finding what you don't want to do in life, you're gonna find what you really want to do. So those as I said, those 2 first year was a really good for me. Were really good experience just because it changed all my perspective on life. Like, okay, those are the things that I don't want to do. This is how I see myself in the future, the kind of job that I want. So it actually made me change a lot because in Venezuela, I was going to college for a civil engineer, right? And I was about to finish. Like, I only had 1 year left to finish the college over there. And I was going to continue the same thing over here. But like, as I said, those 2 first year, like, fuck it. No, I'm not gonna just, the kind of job that a civil engineer does, like probably like 8 to 5, being outside, being outdoors and construction and stuff. So I didn't want to deal with that. So I wanted to, have more value into people, like helping more in my own self, like feeling good with myself. So that's how I found the gym, now building a career into nutrition. So I feel like a good year trying to find out yourself, what you really want to do, working and hustling and doing the things that you want to do, it's worth it.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I think everyone, I mean, I went to college, but I had to work regardless to try to make some money for myself. I think everyone should do. Even if you go to college, you should get a job. But yeah, I think so too, because it makes you find your worth too. And like in my current role where I'm working at now, I'm looking to do more. And I know that they, like, my employer knows that and whatnot. And it's good because had I not gone through like working at those shitty jobs, I would have probably just been like fine with what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Whether you realize it in the first job you do or the 4th or 5th job, you realize like you have worth and you're like, I'm worth this much. And if you have the skills to back it up, then you're able to do so. But you're only able to do so once you, like you said, kind of figure out the shitty jobs. Because if you don't know like what it feels like to be underpaid or like overworked, then you might not realize it your first job. And a lot of times, like, especially if you have good skills, and I'm talking to a lot of people out there that are like coming out of school and they have like experience with internships or whatever it might be. Like, if you have good skills and you have good knowledge, like you're worth something, Yep. And a lot of places will pay you more than where you're currently at, or some people will try to undercut you, but you shouldn't. You should know your worth, and that's a lot of people don't realize it. And I hope people do, because nowadays, especially, brother, I don't know if you realize, and this is what my mom tells me this all the time. She's like, nowadays there's not a lot of like good talent coming in terms of younger kids. I guess she's told me that because she's always trying to get me to work at where she's working at. She's like, yeah, we always are trying to hire because there's a lack of like hardworking individuals. So that separates you, and you don't really learn hard work unless you actually do like hard work,
Yeah, 100%. just to go back to the beginning, anything that you learn is gonna be so good for you. Like any kind of learning is not gonna back you down or anything like that. For example, by learning pizza, bro, it just saved my ass because COVID came. And I just applied to another pizza spot while COVID. So I was having like another job, like making pizzas. Yeah. And it was a really well-paid job. Like they were paying me 18 an hour just to make pizzas, you know. So it wasn't back then that I was earning nice. So I just like all that free time. Yeah. And what you were mentioning about your mom, like people not coming in, like hard working and stuff. I think times have changed. Like there's so much options that people don't follow into like the usual ones, like what was usual before going to banking, try to build a career, you know, that kind of stuff. There's a lot more people going for, I would say, easy option, or maybe they're really true passion. Maybe it's following something in social media, things like that. That's why like really hard work people is not being found as much, just because there is more opportunity now to build something on your own.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think, what was I going to say? It just depends on what you want. There's always a way to like make money. And like you said, the more skills you learn, the better off you'll be.
Yes.
And there's never, like you said, there's never anything you learn that you'll never use later in life. Like if I learn anything from selling shoes is I learned how to like talk to people and not look away and not be nervous. Yeah. A lot of people are scared of like confronting other people and like having conversations.
Or even approaching them, just like, you know, hey, hello, how can I help you and stuff like that. Those are skills, man. Those are skills. Not everybody has them. Yeah,
and like a lot of people, sales especially. I mean, the personal training is like that too, because you're talking to somebody every single day. I think everyone should do sales at some point.
Yeah.
But like I can literally go up to anybody and talk to anybody, and I'm in meetings sometimes with multi-millionaires, and not that I'm not nervous, but like and that's the thing. This is something I want to share with people. I don't know if you agree, is that like if you're ever nervous when you're talking to somebody, you think that you have to think, and I've done this before. Like if I've gotten nervous to speak to somebody, whether it's someone important or teacher or whatever the fuck, they're equally as nervous too.
Yes,
have you ever heard that saying before?
Yeah, I have heard. And I try to always apply it, but it's so inevitable. Like, you're gonna get nervous, but you should always think that, because I mean, we are people at the end of the day, and even if you're in a higher stand or something like that, like a teacher or your boss or anything like that, at the end of the day, they're a person as well. We don't like put in a pedestal and stuff, like, you know.
But and that's the thing. Like they're humans too.
Yeah.
So they're probably nervous too. Like, and this is something for people that are like trying to apply for jobs and stuff like that. Like a lot of times, if you're meeting with whatever, not that they're nervous, like they're gonna fucking start trembling. Yeah. But they're also kind of like nervous too. So if you reach your hand out and you like extend to be a nice person, and you're just kind of like, you let it go, and you realize like this person's also feels kind of awkward. They're not sitting there like judging you. They're sitting there like, what does this person think about me?
Yeah. So, 100%.
So you're good. 100%. And if you're on the other side of things, you know what it's like to be, because I've started to sit in on some interviews and stuff like that. And I know like what it's like to sit in the other seat. So like, you realize like everyone's the same, bro. Everyone's the same.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that, like, we need to be careful the other way around. If you feel like you're the one, being higher up, we shouldn't undermine the people that I would say lower and looking forward to it.
Never.
You know. You should help them on the other hand. Like, I think like a lot of people usually do that, like undermine people, like kind of like push them to the side. So, I'm this kind of person, so I don't want to talk to,
Yeah. No, that's never good. So, and that's the thing too. Whenever I go to like a store, or whenever I have an opportunity to tip somebody, I don't know if you do this, but
I tip.
I always tip. Like obviously when I'm eating at a restaurant, but like if I go to take out, I always give $1, $1.50, $2, even if they don't do anything. Yeah. Just because I know, like, I never worked in service like food. I worked at a smoothie bar one time. But I know what it's like to, like, they don't really want to be at those jobs. Like, that wasn't their end goal. It's not their end goal, hopefully. Especially another thing too is like the security guards at the gate, when you come through the gate. Like, I'm always nice to them, because I know like that job is not fun,
I bet it's not.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, man. Like I sometimes I'm around people and they're like rude to like servers or whoever the they're with in terms of like wherever they're at, like a store or something, unless the person's being extremely rude. I just, you know, even if they're being a little rude, I know that they're probably not having the best day and this is probably not the job that they want to be doing. So you cut them a break, you know?
Yep. I agree, man.
But anyways, bro, it's been a good conversation. I've really enjoyed it.
100%.
I'm going to try out your tips and try to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to get up early tomorrow. That's the thing, bro. It's not hard to do it once, but it's hard after like day one.
Yeah, building a routine.
After day
hard.
1, day 2 through like 15 is like the hardest in the world. And that's why I love doing the runs, bro, on Saturday, because to be honest, I never told you this, but I was like, that was the only day I was getting up before like 5 or before 6 o'clock.
Nah, it's all right, man. Yeah, no, it wasn't so good for me. It just like it's accountability, man. I needed to wake up.
Gotta do that.
Well, let's
we're
keep
doing it
doing
again
man.
on Sunday.
Yeah, let's keep
on
doing
Sunday,
it.
we have no choice.
We have no choice.
Thank you guys for tuning in for this podcast. That's Mike DeCrisio. I'm Old School Matt. I'll catch you guys in another one.
Thank you, sir.
Later, bro.